Welcome back to the Igniting Dreams Within podcast. I am your host, Ebenezer Mawolo, and today we are continuing with season 2 of Monetizing Purpose, where we are talking about pursuing purpose holistically in an African context. And this lovely afternoon, I've got one amazing gospel singer, a cook, everything. She's all in one. Her name is Kiro. Kiro, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I am very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's this podcast has been long overdue, hey? We should have had this one a long time ago. So for someone who's saying, who is Kiro? Would you give us maybe a 2 to 5 minutes brief on who are you, where do you come from, the whole thing?
Okay. Nalina laka ke Kiro. In short, they call me Kiro SM. I was born and raised in Northwest, Kralhoek. Yeah.
In Kralhoek?
Yeah, in Kralhoek, in Northwest.
Okay.
Then I relocated to Polokwane in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's life? How different is Polokwane from Northwest?
I think Polokwane is very different from Northwest.
Okay.
Because Polokwane, in the media industry, I think banally opportunities.
Okay.
And honestly, more artists, like people they are in the media industry. So Northwest, we don't have those things.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah, we focus. They are focusing on working.
Okay.
Yes. So in Polokwane, I got many chances to do many things.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you were to trade Polokwane for Northwest, which one would you trade?
I would take Northwest because it's home.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And
I won't choose Polokwane over Northwest.
Okay. So let's play a small game first before we get into the seriousness. Ne?
Okay.
Now let's imagine. Mm-hmm. Let's imagine that you were given an opportunity, right?
Yeah.
You were given an opportunity to become a bird. Ne?
A bird?
Yes, a bird.
Okay.
And you being that bird, you had 2 people to poop on. Mm-hmm. Which 2 people would that be? Like you are a bird, you get 2 chances to poop on 2 people. Which 2 people would those be?
Oh God, I don't know.
It's a tough one.
It's a tough one because I cannot. Okay, I never thought of that. But 2 people, that will be my friends.
Your friends? So which means?
2 of them, yes, I will just choose them.
Oh, 2 of your friends.
Wow.
I hope the poop would be the blessing poop, eh?
I think so.
Okay. I know. That's good. Mm-hmm. Now going back to Northwest.
Yes.
Like, what are some of the challenges that you encountered as a young woman growing up in that type of environment?
In Northwest, like the villages, there is no development in Northwest.
Okay.
Yeah, and there is a lot of bribe.
Oh.
Yes, they don't do things in the right way. Sometimes they demand bribe more. Yeah.
Almost like here, eh?
Yeah, almost everywhere. Everywhere. That
is,
we are used to that.
Yes. Because I remember one time when I was with my sister and we were renewing our licenses. Mm-hmm. So I got to the eye test and I failed the eye test.
Yeah.
Then my sister gets a chance and she goes and does the eye test. Then after we are outside, she tells me that, no, do you know how I changed my pass? I'm like, I don't know. She said, no, those ladies said, give us something. Yeah. Yeah,
that is how it works.
Yeah.
In everything, these days.
No, it means our morality has gone down.
Very down.
And I remember when I was growing up, I used to have my grandma, and what she would normally do is that she would make sure that I would be in line. If I would be stealing, she would take her shambok and give me a few lashes.
Yes.
And now, when you look at that type of background that we grew up with our parents, our grandparents, what are some of the lessons that you might have learned from your grandparents or your parents?
Unfortunately, I didn't have time to spend with my grandparents. Okay. But growing up with my mother was so... it was so good because there is no corporal punishment anymore. Okay. Yeah, our parents... they don't do that anymore.
Okay. Wow.
They have learned that they grew up in a hard way. Okay, so they don't do that to us anymore.
Wow. Yeah.
They have given us a freedom.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, some of us.
Some of you, yeah. It's a pity.
I remember the last beating my granny gave me. This day, I don't know what happened, but I got back from school. Coming back from school, she's like, I want to listen to my radio. My show is about to go live. Where are the batteries to my radio? I'm like, your batteries? I don't know. I just got back. She's like, no, I saw you playing a stereo. It means that you took my batteries. Then she took out her sambok and gave me a few lashes.
Without any asking.
Yeah, without any asking. No proof, nothing. Just cha. And I cried. And I cried after that. Then I ran away. And the worst thing was that ever since she did that, I got so angry with her. Then I never wanted to see her. I never wanted to go past by her place when I was coming from school or even when I was from home. But what happened was that one day I'm chilling here at home. Then my father gets a call. He says that my mother has been sent to hospital. Okay, no problem. Because we are kids, we are not allowed to go to the hospital and visit anyone.
Yeah.
Then a few days, I think it was a week or so after, then we get a call that my gran had passed away. And me knowing that
were angry at
how
her.
angry I was at her. That was probably maybe the worst thing that I ever did. Because what happened after that was that even at the funeral, I didn't want to go to the graveside because of the anger that I had for her. And for many years, I would go to the graveside, but I would never pass by her grave. Because I thought that maybe because I was angry at her and she's passed on, maybe she wants to have some revenge or those stories that they were telling us. Yeah. So that was something, and that taught me that, as a young person, you don't know what could happen to your parents. Make sure that the relationship that you have with your parents, with your grandparents, or whoever that you love, it's always in line. Yeah. So what are some of those moments for you where maybe as you were growing up, maybe you had those naughty moments and then you did some mistakes and you got some nice lessons from life?
Okay. I remember when I was 17 years, that the adolescent stage.
Yes.
And it's very dangerous, that stage.
Yeah.
It is very dangerous. So it was around 7 o'clock winter.
Okay.
No, 6 o'clock.
Okay.
I was new on WhatsApp, so I didn't have data by that time.
Okay.
I forced to go out.
Okay.
And Bankalema, don't go. It's very dark and you're going far. Yes. I said no, I am going.
Okay.
I am going. No, I got injured. Somebody just mugged me on the way. They took my phone. I had scratches on my head. That is how I learned my lesson. From there, I don't go at night. I don't even go community. I get made those places because I have learned that when you don't listen to your parents, you'll get a lesson on the street.
Yes. You. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you remind me of when I got marked, the first time I got marked in Joburg. That was a nice lesson for me to learn.
Yeah.
Okay. So then let's go to school, Nji.
Okay.
Who were you at school? Were you the naughty one, the nice one, or the in-between one?
I was not the nice one.
Okay.
Because no, I was the nice one, but I was so stubborn.
In which sense?
I was naughty on my own way. Like, if they told girls to wear a skirt, I will come with the trouser.
Okay.
Firstly, so.
Okay.
Yeah, they will just kick me out. Everything I was.
Also, you're the rebellious one.
Cause like even teachers, they knew that this one will never do what we told them to do.
Oh yeah.
She will be just negative. She will be just
doing whatever she wants.
But I was so respecting.
Okay.
I was respecting my teachers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when you were young, what were you dreaming about, or what's the career that you wanted to follow when you were young?
I wanted to be a singer, but my mother wanted me to be a nurse.
Okay.
I didn't want that.
Okay.
Yes, I just wanted to be a singer.
Okay.
Yes.
So you never even studied nursing for a little bit?
I did try to do ancillary for months.
Okay.
Before I can go to university and do nursing, but I was not interested at all. It was not my thing, yes.
Okay. So what did you learn from that experience? Like, what did you learn about your mom having her own dreams for you versus you having your own dreams for yourself?
It was hard because I didn't want to disappoint her.
Okay.
And again, I wanted to make myself happy because, I don't know how to put this, but it was not, I was happy, I was not happy at the same time. Yes. I was doing something that I don't want to do because I was compromising.
Yes.
I can say that, yeah.
Yeah, because that's also what I did. I remember, for me, it was a choice between poverty and trying to succeed. Because I remember, when I was at high school, I remember this one time I had this grown-up guys who were at university. They came to us and said, do you guys want to be rich? Then we said, yes. They said, if you want to be rich, you study computer science, you study engineering, and I forgot what was the last one. But for me, I said, okay, I'll either study computer science or engineering for me to be rich. Then what happened was that when I got to university, I realized that no, I'm studying engineering here at Vets, but me looking at the career of an engineer, that's not who I want to become.
Okay.
Like that's not the impact that I want to make with my life. And then that's where I realized, that's when I found myself miserable at times. When you're going to classes that you don't want to be in. Yeah, and you're doing things that you shouldn't even be doing. Yeah, that's where I found myself, then I'm gonna change my attitude. Now one very interesting thing was that when I called my parents at home and I told them that no, you guys, I'm going to drop out. They said no, you can't drop out. I said, but it's very expensive. I want to drop out so that I'll have enough time to think about myself, to think about my future. They said no. Then what happened was that at the end of the year, I failed. I failed and I got excluded. So I needed to go and appeal, but I refused to appeal. Then when I had the conversation with my father, he said that I wanted to teach you responsibility. I wanted you to know what it feels like to fail.
Yeah.
So for you, excuse me, have you ever found yourself in that moment where maybe you were succeeding in some areas of your life, and then now you just found yourself in this maybe new phase where nothing is working out? Maybe you are trying to do something, it's not working out. Oh, have you ever found yourself in that type of a situation?
Yes.
And then what happened? What happened, and what was the lesson that you learned there?
It is very painful sometimes because, example, I wanted to be a master chef.
Okay.
I was at the academy for 1.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 1.5 years. Last year it was a pandemic.
Yes.
Which everything failed.
Yes.
Yeah. I was doing my second year last year.
Okay.
So around March I have to drop out because there was no money for me to pay the fees.
Yes.
I had to go out of the academy because I didn't have any bursary. They don't allow any bursary.
Okay.
Yeah, you just pay cash.
Yes.
And it was very painful for me to drop out because it is something that I wanted to do with all my heart. Yes. And I was also going to get a scholarship this year. I had to go to Italy.
Okay.
So I didn't have to. It is so painful when sometimes when you just think, I would be in Italy now doing this and this and this.
Yes.
But you didn't go because of the situation.
Yes.
Yeah. It is painful.
Yeah, it's very painful. You just brought back some memories because I also myself, I remember after I got excluded from VETS and I failed, I had an opportunity to go to UP. And when I was at UP, what happened for me was that my father got sick. And when a parent gets sick, what they did was that my mother told me that they never told me when my father started to get sick because they thought that would interfere with my academics. So they never told me until I came back home. I think it was around maybe November or somewhere along those lines.
Yeah.
And I come back home. Then now I start, hey, why are we going to doctors? Like, I'm here, we are going to doctors. Then when I saw how much it was costing, how much it costed, going to see specialists this week, that other week they refer you to another specialist. And I remember when we got to a time when I got a call when I was at school and my mom told me that, you know what, my son, we have run out of money because now your father's medication, it's very expensive. Your school fees are very expensive. They said we can only let you study for the rest of this semester. Then I told them, you know what? Nah, I'm not going to finish this semester. I would rather drop out so that you will have as much more money as you could have had.
Yeah.
For my father to be able to get well. Yeah. So when you spoke about the fact that it's something that you really wanted to do, but because of the situations and the circumstances that you had at home, you had to give that up. I know how it feels.
It's very weird. It's very painful.
Very painful. And what did you learn? Like when you were sitting down and you were reflecting about that opportunity and how it didn't happen, what are some of those lessons that you got out of that?
The lessons, ne? I have learned, Hori. You just have to have plan B.
Yes.
Every time in your ideas, you just have to have plan B. So that this one, if this one fails, I know that I will do this. So now I didn't have plan B. I was I was relaxed, knowing that I will finish my years and become a master chef in South Africa.
Okay, wow.
But it didn't happen.
It didn't happen the way you wanted.
If it before I can even think, I drop out.
Wow.
So, I just have to have plan B in everything I do.
Yeah.
So that this plan A fails, I will know that I'm going there.
Oh, yes. So what are some of the fun, what was one plan B that you wished it was plan A for you? Like you had this plan B that you were saying, if I fail at this, I'm going to do this. Then you failed at that, then you got to your plan B and you're like, this should have been my plan A. What was that one?
I a full-time course.
Okay.
A part-time course, and on that other time when I'm free, I do myself some cash and save. If I had saved a lot of money, I drop out.
Because you would be able to pay the other fees.
Yeah, I would be able to pay the other fees with that money that I'm doing on my part time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for anyone who's listening to this podcast, if maybe you want to sponsor her to finish her master chef studies, please do inbox us, do send a message so that she will be able to finish the course. So being a master chef and singing, did you always love these two when you were growing up, or another came in later on in your life?
this chef thing came in later.
Okay.
I don't want to lie.
Oh, you just loved singing, and then later on,
Yeah.
you just discovered that no, I also love making people happy. Let me cook for them.
Yes,
Wow,
yes,
wow,
yes. This thing, chefing, it just came. I fell in love with this, and I decided, no, I just have to go and key to the bushel because I loved cooking. Yes.
Wow.
My mother used to shout at us, this thing is of yours. Is
What? Meaning what?
Say, yeah, did you say, I don't
okay.
like this. I don't like this food, Yeah, that thing was not right at all.
Okay. Also, you said, you know what?
I just have to stop this.
Oh, you are reminding me of a friend of mine who was who helped the lazy makoti.
Yeah,
there's this book and this woman who talks about the lazy makoti, and I think it's the book about recipes or how do you cook. Yeah, somewhere along those lines. But yeah, something along those lines.
And I know that book. I do know that.
That's
book.
great. That's great. Because it's what happens with most of us. You find that you grow up in a very loving environment, but you can't do one thing.
Yeah.
And it's probably maybe the worst thing about us men, because we as men have got some expectations towards you women. Some men would say, I want a lady who can cook.
Who can cook.
A lady who can iron. A lady who can do 1, 2, 3, 5. And we've got these expectations. We've got this never-ending expectations for you women. Have you ever found yourself in that situation also? Where maybe you had this guy who had so big expectations of you, and they wanted you to become someone you were not?
Yeah.
And what happened? What happened there?
I will just have to get into my personal life a bit.
Okay, that's fine. If you're okay, I'm okay.
At a very young age, I got married, but unfortunately, it didn't work out, and I don't blame anyone. Yes, I had to know how to cook also, because if you are a guy, you are married to me, I cannot expect you to go out and buy takeaway every time while I am there. I have to cook.
Yes.
Yes, even if you brought your friend at our home, you'll know that we will have a proper food. They will not complain anyone. Yes, I knew how to cook. But as you saying, you will live a life that somebody wants you to live.
Yes, not your own.
Yes. That is what I have experienced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me here. Because a lot of people, when they get into a relationship and that relationship doesn't work, they tend to want to blame the other person. Yeah. They never take responsibility for maybe the part that they played into how things never went out. So what were some of those lessons that you had to come to grips with to say that, you know what, as much as we were both in the relationship, but there were things that you had to take responsibility for? What were those ones that you took responsibility for?
Pardon?
I mean the response, because when we are in a relationship, sometimes when our relationships ends, someone will say, no, AB, you broke up with Kiro because AB, the problem was with you. You were doing 1, 2,
they will
3,
start to blame the other part.
Yes, and never take responsibility for any of their part that they played. So for you in that relationship, what were some of those things that you took responsibility for?
Okay, first of all, I do not blame a failed relationship. Hardly two in the relationship. Always, there is always a case that we blame each other.
Okay, yes.
We blame each other. Even though I didn't know I'm making a mistake, you will be like, you did this. Then I will say, hey, but you did this and this.
Yes.
So the responsibility that I have to take, I took. I didn't take any responsibility. Yes, you just have to accept that thing. It was here, but now it's no more. It's no more. So if I continue to blame, I will never move on.
Yes.
You just have to Yes, I made my mistakes. So I don't have to blame anyone.
Yes,
you just have to move on.
Yeah.
Because if you hold on to that, you blame somebody,
Yes.
you'll never go out.
Yeah, you won't. So how long did the marriage last? 2 years, 5 years, 10 years?
1.5 years.
1.5 years.
1.5 year, yeah.
Huh.
I mean, it was supposed to be 2 years, but it ended before 2 years.
Oh, it ended before the 2 years.
It ended on the day we were supposed to have 2-year anniversary. That is what happened. Yeah.
Huh.
Really?
A day before the anniversary. I hope.
No, not the day before. The day we were about, like, it was on the day of the anniversary. I can say, yeah.
Huh.
That is, yeah.
Oh, that's very weird.
It is very weird.
No, you remind me of what happened to me, ne? Because back then when I was at varsity, there was this girl that I liked very much. I liked her very much, and we had been going on for a year. We've been dating for a year, ne? So there came a time when I was like, you know what? I love this girl very much. I think it's time that I proposed. So what happened was that I went out and I was just checking out where can I buy an engagement ring. Then while I'm there in the shops, what happened was that while I was there in the shop, in one of the shops that I wanted to buy the ring at, the teller was so unfriendly, and everyone who was working at that shop was so unfriendly. And I was angry. I was like, you know what? You guys, I don't like this thing of yours. I hate your attitude. In fact, I'm not even gonna buy from you guys. Then a few days later, I didn't buy that day when I said I was gonna buy. A few days later comes, then I go and see my girlfriend. After seeing her, then a day after, she says, no, I you know what, AB, I think we should call it quits. We should call it quits because this relationship is not working out for me.
Really?
Then I'm thinking, then a few days later, I'm like, oh, wow. Maybe this was a sign from God because, I almost proposed to this woman. Who knows that if I could have married her and she wasn't happy at all. And she wasn't happy and she was just pretending. And then a few years later when I asked her that, you know what, like what was the fuse for you?
Yeah.
And she tells me that, you know what, I was not myself when I was with you.
Really?
Yeah, she told me that she felt intimidated by me. And maybe in quotation marks the success that I had had. So she personally felt that she wasn't contributing anything into my life. Now for you, when you were in the relationship, did you feel that as much as I'm not being myself, it seems like the woman that I'm becoming in this marriage, I'm not gonna like her. I'm not gonna look back at her and say this is who I wanna be.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
Yeah, no, definitely.
The woman that I was becoming, it was not Kiro.
Yeah, it was someone else.
It was someone else.
Okay.
Someone who can, like, a housewife.
Okay,
and I'm young,
Yes.
I have dreams, firstly.
Yes.
I have things that I want to achieve.
Yes.
So when you get into a marriage with someone who doesn't want you to achieve anything in life, it's very weird.
Yeah,
you will never have your own money.
Yes.
You won't go to, you won't do anything.
Yes.
You won't do anything because they are selfish.
Yes.
They think when you go there, you will get another man. And so the problem is that when they are not there anymore, how will I survive?
Yes,
because I didn't know how to do this thing for me.
Yes.
I didn't know the clothes that I'm wearing. Where are they coming from? How do I get them? Because I didn't want for them.
For them, yes. Yeah, that's probably one stupid thing that women do. Because I remember one time there was this lady who inboxed me on Facebook and says, I've got this problem of mine. This guy of mine that I'm with doesn't want me to study. This guy doesn't want me to develop myself.
That was my situation.
And that's very bad. That's very bad.
Very bad.
Because I think maybe it's because a lot of us and our families, they've been hurt in situations like this where maybe if it's a guy, maybe in their family. Because I remember I was with this old woman. And I was asking her, we were talking about education. She tells me that, no, my son took this girl that he was in a relationship with, took her to school, make sure that she got educated. But immediately when the girl graduated and got a job, the girl dumped the guy. Then after that, then it was more like, then the guy had this grudge to say, you know what, I'm never gonna spend any of my money developing any woman, because if I do, this happens.
Yeah, that is what happened. So now my advice, my suggestion was, if you like, you really like this woman, and she's not working, at least help her to start her own business. Do not contribute the whole lot of money. At least give her a small capital.
Yes.
So that you will see her mentality. Her intention, you will see.
Yes.
If someone has good intention about her life, you will know. Just give her some money, and you say you can start your own business. I will just support.
Yes.
I will just support your ideas.
Yes.
Then you will see. You'll never have to spend a cent on that woman.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what I always do. In my upcoming book, Before You Do, a question that I learned to ask was that whenever you are, it's going to be maybe a list of the questions that you would be asking before you get into a relationship or into a committed thing with someone. But one of the questions that I learned to ask, especially as I got my heart broken multiple times, I started to ask a question that whenever on my first date, me I don't ask you what are your favorite flowers on your first date. I get very serious. But one of the questions is, what are your dreams?
Yeah,
I want to know what are your dreams and what's the vision that you have for your life, so that if I am going to be coming into your life, I want to know that if you're going to say, for me, let's say for example, with me, if you're going to say to me and say, hey, you know what, my dream is to become I want to become the best actor in the world, then my follow-up question would be, what type of acting would you be doing and what type of acting would you not be doing? And if I find that in any way of your acting, there will be maybe some sexual things, maybe there would be pornography or anything sexual where maybe sex would be happening on the scenes, for me that's a no. That's a no-no. That's a no-no for me, because you know I'm a very selfish guy,
Really?
I'm a very selfish guy, and I don't want to find myself in a situation whereby my woman is kissing some people on TV and I'm at home, because what happens would be that sometimes I would, for me, because I'm a selfish guy, I would start comparing myself with the people that maybe she might be on TV with, asking myself if I do kiss better than maybe that actor she was with. So those are some of the things that I think that we as the youth, or we as men and women who are dating, we should ask each other, like, what's really your dream, Jay?
Yeah.
What's the vision that you are pursuing with your life, so that tomorrow I'm not surprised. Tomorrow when you tell me that, no, Abby, I'm going out and I've got this gig, I'm cooking for, maybe there's this big gig. You know that I am a chef, so I'm going to cook for those. So I would know and understand that, this is really the price that I need to pay for me to be with this this lovely wife of mine. Yes.
Yeah.
So for you, when you are looking at your dreams, what's been probably maybe the price that you paid? What's the price? Like, people like to say that, I want to be like Gail, I want to sing, I want to be on TV, I want to go everywhere. But they don't know the price that you are paying.
Yeah.
Someone would say, I want to be a chef, but they don't know the price that you are paying. So for you, what's been probably maybe the heaviest price that you paid as a singer and as a chef?
Okay, I'll start as a singer.
Okay.
As a singer, you start and record your music. You don't know anyone in the industry.
Yes.
And when you are new, it is very rare for people to recognize you. You just have to be in a group of people who are recognized before.
Yes.
Even though you just have to go to them.
Yes.
I be Northwest. Luckily, as friendly as I am, I managed to be friend with producers, backing vocalists, yes. And they will tell me, you have to do this, you can call this one, he will connect you with this one. You know, it's a very long journey to get an interview in Tabela FM, at Tabela FM, in a TV. You know, it was very hard. It was very, very hard. I had to have connections. I had to know people. I had to always have airtime to call them, remind them, because if you don't remind someone they'll probably forget about you, because you are new. You don't have anything in your hand. You just have your music.
Or they've got a lot of people that are also, they've promised.
They have promised, because you find a queue. In order for you to get through, you just have to communicate with people, to know people, to socialize with people. And money, you have to spend money, which I don't have.
Yes, we don't have money.
We don't have money to travel. I don't have a car. I have to go to Joburg with taxis. When I go there, I will have to book. And tomorrow, when I meet someone, I have to contribute. If you meet at the restaurant, I'll have to contribute. I cannot just call a meeting and let that person pay, unless I tell that I will pay. Don't worry, I will pay. Then again, the concert, you'll have to go to concert, which they will tell you that we do not pay you. We cannot pay you. We don't have enough budget. But because you want to be known,
and get exposure,
you want to get an exposure, so you'll have to say, yes, I will perform for free. Just people to know my music. You'll have to perform. Okay, on that shelf thing, that one is very hard. You won't have anything. You won't have this fashion thing, know, going out, hairstyles and what. You have to concentrate. You have to make sure that you don't fail any. Because you will be paying. Okay, my first year, the payment per annum was 89,000, excluding the uniform and the material.
Whoa, 89,000.
89,000.
No, I never thought that it would be that expensive.
It is very expensive. The second year it was 63,000.
Oh, okay, it got cheaper.
It got cheaper. So at first year, I would be in Polokwane, not having food. You cannot call your mom. She just paid 8.5, 9,000. And what should I do? Because I just pay you will eat at school, and
while you're cooking at school, have some scuff tea.
Have some. Just get yourself full and you go and sleep.
Wow. And you know, a lot of people don't know this. Because they will see you 5 years or 10 years down the line, and now you are a recognized chef. Maybe you've got your own TV show, you've got these big deals,
or a company.
Then they forget that there were those sleepless days where you slept without anything in your stomach. You couldn't do anything.
A month, not a days.
Months.
With an onion and garlic inside the fridge.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. No snacks, no anything. So that it was a terrible journey. Because it was something that I wanted to do, even though I didn't finish, but I have an experience and I'm willing to take this a little bit experience that I have, and I will continue with it.
You definitely should. You should definitely continue with it. Hey, no man. I know. It
is very hard.
Because what people love to do is that when they see someone who's succeeding, they will say, you know what, I want to be like you.
I can do this.
They will like, to cook. Me, I can also cook and get famous. But they forget that for you to end up cooking, for you to be on TV at that particular moment, there were some hardships that you encountered. And that they never did. They never got a chance to see, or they never got a chance to witness. So if there's a young person, a young woman, a young man who's saying that, okay, what were some of the lessons that you learned in your hardships that you want me to consider as I'm choosing my own career, or maybe as I'm considering my other careers? Yeah, good. This young person, let's say for example, you got this chance to sit with a young person.
Yeah.
They tell you that no, I want to be a singer or I want to be a chef. And you had to give them advice. What would be some of your 1 or 2, 3 things that you'd say to them?
Okay. You just have to be 100% sure of what you want to do and what you want to achieve.
Yes.
Because this road, this journey is not easy.
Yes.
And you cannot just giving up like that.
Yes. You
know,
can't.
if I have lost more than 300,000, I cannot give up.
Yes, you can't. Yes.
I will make sure that I finish what I have started.
Yes.
In order for me to you just have to be 100% sure.
Yeah.
And focus on doing
Yeah. Don't get distracted.
Because if you become distracted, you'll see that one she's now a chef. When you just started.
Yeah.
Okay, that one is a musician. You also want to be a musician.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, and that's probably the mistake that we do because growing up in poverty, I don't want to blame poverty, but when you grow up in poverty, it's more like you are looking for the quickest way to get out of poverty.
Yeah.
And sometimes it would be maybe taking the easiest or the fastest path to success. And what I learned from my own experience was that taking shortcuts in life or with a career, it's probably the worst thing that you could do. If you want to become a doctor, go and spend that 7 years studying medicine. Then if you add 3 more years in specialization, go do that. Because the moment you start taking shortcuts, you realize that, I thought that they said singing was a course for 1 year. Now I've spent 1 year and I don't get any recording deal. I'm not known. Then 3 or 4 years down the line, you'll be like, maybe I should have been a doctor.
Yeah.
Then you say, I don't want to spend 7 years. Okay, let me go and do something. Then you find that you are wasting more time. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is very powerful. This is very powerful.
It is very powerful.
Those are some of the most expensive lessons. So if you were to choose, maybe to not make the mistakes that you made, and maybe become someone else, or make the mistakes that you've made and be the woman that you've become today, which one would you choose?
I would choose make the mistake that I made to become a woman that I am today, because now I have learned a lot in my mistakes.
Yes.
And I have realized that I am strong.
Yes.
The way
Okay.
Because going through the mistakes and some situations, they make you strong.
Yes. And you having had been married, when you were considering that divorce, because sometimes we think of the shame that would get to our families, the shame that maybe the community would be talking badly about our parents.
Yes.
Did you have something along those lines when you were thinking that, hey, should I get out of this relationship, this marriage? What will people say about my mother when she's at the society? Or what would people say about me? What would other people in the industry say about me? Did you also have that?
At time when I decided to go out, I didn't think about that because it was a decision that I have.
So meaning that you thought about it for a while.
Yeah.
Then you were like, you know what, Nana, the best thing for me is to get out.
Yeah. But then there are consequences. Very, very bad.
Okay.
Because after that, I decided when I have to go home because nobody's going to take care of me.
Yes.
I cannot be far from home.
Yes.
But it was not a brilliant idea for me to go back home because when I got there, everything just fall down. Everything. I know that people will talk, even though they don't know my side of story.
Yes.
Of story.
Yes.
They will always take sides.
Yes, and judge.
This one, that man made her what she is now. Then she left him just like that. They don't know that.
Yeah, they don't.
They will always talk. And that is so painful, man.
Yes, it definitely is. Yeah, because that's what we do,
That is what we do. We are very judgmental when it comes to these things, you know. Family, my mother was not ashamed.
Wow.
And yeah,
she never even said, go back, don't even divorce.
No.
Wow. You've got a brilliant mother, eh? You've got a brilliant mother.
Yes. So when I was home, I realized that even on social media, I was not that much.
You were not active on social media.
Yeah. Like people, it was like they forgetting about me.
Yes.
I'm existing. I'm not posting. You know, I just no, you know, I have to face this.
Yes.
This trial, I have to face it until you fail.
Yes.
Yes, people on social media, they won't know because I'm not that open about my personal life on social media. So you know, I just don't care now.
Yes.
Before I used to say, what will people say?
Yes.
I used to post wearing a ring. Now I'm posting without the ring.
Yes.
Should I continue or should I just go?
Maybe deactivate, change the account.
You know, but it can't be.
Yes.
If it's your period that you have to go through, you will go through alone.
And no one will be there to save you.
No one will be there to save you. You have to face this trial until it's over. Then I just spoke to myself. You know what? I just have to face this.
And I remember one time when I was reading your profile, somewhere you said divorced, so what?
Yeah, divorced, so what?
Yeah, and you know, I felt there was power in that statement because I mean, someone would be ashamed.
Yeah,
someone would be ashamed saying that, you know what, I don't want to tell people that I've been divorced. You know, maybe people will think that there's something wrong with me. Yes, maybe.
I used to feel like that.
Okay.
I used to feel like that. People will say many things about me. But there was a time when I just have to stand up and say, you know what, this is what it is.
Yes.
And it will never change. It will never change. I just have to go. I just have to go and, you know, continue with my life.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you were thinking that, when you were thinking those things about what would people say about you, what would they feel? What was the breakthrough moment? When was that time when you said, you know what, I've been hiding, I've been maybe ashamed of my story, I've been ashamed of what has happened to me, but from this point onwards, I'm no longer gonna be ashamed. What was that moment for you?
After some months, of me crying, you know, like disappointed, humiliated. I just got to that point where no, you know what, I'm still young.
Yes.
I can start over again.
Yes.
When I look, some people they are going through a deepest situation. This is not a situation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I met this other guy. The one who encouraged me. You are still young. You can do this.
Yes.
He went through the very shame and painful situation. While he was explaining, I just saw that, man, I'm wasting my time.
Yeah.
You know, this is nothing.
Yes.
I can get anyone anytime.
Yes.
Why should I cry over a broken marriage or something?
Yes.
Then I just, you know, Mom, I'm going back to Polokwane. And she said, what? What are you going to do there? What are you going to do there?
Yes.
I am going. I want to be alone. I want to face this.
Yes.
I have to.
Yes.
You know.
Wow, that was very powerful.
Yes, I told her that I'm going to rent. I know that you don't have money to give me, but I will make some business.
Yes.
I will sell some biscuits, something that
Whatever
I will
it
provide.
takes.
Yeah,
Yes.
whatever it takes, I will do. And even today,
Yes.
she is still surprised because she used to call me.
Okay.
Did you eat?
Yes.
Do you have something to eat? No, I'm fine. You don't have to worry.
Yes.
Even now, when she see me on social media, she become happy because I survived.
Yes.
You know,
Yes, you
a
did.
very terrible trial, but I did survive.
You did survive. Yes. You know, because when we are going through the pain, we think that this will be the end of our lives. You know.
No, it is not.
Yeah.
It is not. It is not. You know, even today, a boyfriend. You are crying over a boyfriend. You are wasting your time. Just pick your pieces and you
Yes.
Do not cry over something that was not worth for you.
Yes,
it was not for you, that thing.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was not for you.
Wow,
yes.
wow.
So that is how I am strong. I'm still in Polokwane.
Yes.
Providing myself.
Yes.
Hustling.
Yes.
As much as I can.
Yes. Doing whatever it takes for you to survive.
Yeah, doing whatever it takes for me to survive.
Yes.
And I even think of relocating and staying in some places where I will hustle a lot.
Okay.
Where I see opportunities that I can, this place I can do this with my experience, with my career.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Without depending on anyone.
Yes. Yeah, no. That's a level of maturity that most people never reach. You know.
Yes.
Because when you are talking to different kinds of people, they will tell you that, you know what. Hey, why are you saying that? Why are you talking about black tax now? Then they'll tell you that no, I'm paying for my brother's school fees. I'm paying. Maybe this was probably one of the saddest ones that I had. This friend of mine tells me, you know what, I'm sick and tired of home. I'm like, why, Angie? He says, you know what, the problem with home is that I have to take care of my parents. That I don't have a problem with. I also have to take care of my siblings. That I have a little bit of a problem with. But the extreme is that I also have to take care of my siblings' kids. They are adults now. They've got kids. They can go and have boyfriends and they have kids. But now I even also have to take care of them and their kids.
That is one problem that we are facing. Home is very comforting.
Yes.
It's a comfort zone.
Yes.
You know, I have two sisters. We are three.
Okay.
And the middle one.
Okay.
And they have kids. But they are depending on my mother. You know, depending on someone is not good.
Yeah,
You'll never grow. You'll never grow. Mina, when it's 15th, I have to make sure, it's already month and I have to pay rent.
Yes.
So when I'm home, who cares? I'm not even worrying because I know that I have a shelter to sleep. I have food on my table.
Yes,
you've
got everything.
I've got everything.
Yes.
If I don't have makeup, Mama, I don't have makeup in the plan.
Yeah,
she will definitely do that. So when she's not here, I don't have airtime.
Yes.
I cannot.
You have to make a plan by yourself.
I have to make plan. I have to advertise my food.
Yes.
I have to advertise my baking.
Yes,
Maybe
everything.
someone can say, okay, I need this bucket 10. Then I will have to go and buy my makeup. That is how I learned to be alone.
Yeah, no, that's very powerful. And as much as we don't want to wish people to have this tough life experiences, but these ones are necessary.
These ones are necessary.
Yeah, they're necessary because we live in a generation where like the kids now, the small ones, like one would be 3, 4, 5. They'll be like on social media. Their parents are getting them data. Their parents are doing everything for them. Then when they've grown up, they don't know any responsibility because mommy was always there.
Mommy was always there. So what will happen if she's not there anymore?
Yes.
What will happen?
What would happen to us?
You will suffer. You will suffer.
Yes.
That is why sometimes we end up being prostitute because we used to depend on our mothers. When they are no more. No one will come and bring food on your table. You just have to get them.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, no, that's very powerful. That's very powerful. And as you are in this second stage of your life, I believe that you've learned a couple of lessons. Maybe someone is listening and is saying, maybe I'm having boyfriend troubles or I'm having girlfriend troubles. Now, what would be maybe one or two things, or what would be the advice that you would be giving? Like someone who's saying, I'm looking for a girlfriend, I'm looking for a boyfriend. What would be your advice to them?
Relationships are not hard. I see this thing of trending, all of these, what. Sometimes, when you are in a relationship, you don't have to be selfish.
Yes.
Yeah. It takes two people to be in in a relationship.
Yes.
Not 3, not 4, not 4.
Or even 1.
Yeah. Sometimes in a relationship, but it is not our relationship because I'm sharing our thing with my friends.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
we do this for me and do this for me. They will be happy that time. But when you do a mistake, there won't be no stay because he's been good.
Yes.
They'll just say no,
Yes.
like just leave him.
Yeah.
Like so when you guys solve your problem, make sure that you don't involve other parties because they will ruin. They are going to ruin it.
Yeah, they definitely do. Yes,
and again, I cannot wait. I'm just going to an advice about the relationship because I'm not even perfect, Linda.
Yeah, or none of us are.
None of us are. It just since we play yeah, that's all.
Okay. And I'm thinking about this. This is something that I'm thinking about. One doctor, one psychologist has been Dr. John Gottman. He has been doing a study. Now it's probably maybe more than 45 to 46 years during his study. And he has discovered that communication is the most important thing in a relationship.
It's the key.
Yeah. So what are the lessons that you learned about communication? Maybe also about yourself and maybe someone else when you are getting into a relationship.
Yeah, communication is the key. If I did not communicate with you, it's very rare to know you.
Yeah.
Because we people, we pretend. When I'm with you, I can be a very nice person. But if we communicate, you can even read my mind.
Oh yes.
This one react to some situation, and we just have to be communication connect us.
Oh yes,
it does. So if I become ignorant when you don't text, I don't text. When you don't call, I don't call. What will happen? There is no relationship in there.
There isn't.
When you don't call, I just have to be okay. I was just checking up on you. Yes. What are you up to?
Yes, how are things?
Yeah, so when I say, Mina, I don't call. Right now you are saying, I won't call because she's not calling.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Lena, I don't call. So there's no relationship there.
Yeah.
You just have, sometimes you just have to check.
Yeah.
Not that check every minute.
Yeah.
But
constantly communicating.
Communicate.
Yeah. So when it comes, let's say for example in a relationship, what was the hardest thing for you to communicate? Because in a relationship, let's say for example, there are two or more things. Like one thing that people are afraid of communicating or talking about, it's sex, and another one would be their feelings. So what was the thing that was difficult for you to communicate? It might not be the ones that I mentioned, but there could have been maybe something that you were afraid of sharing or communicating. Maybe you were afraid to express yourself and the way you felt about certain things.
I think now on my behalf, if something hasn't started sharp, I speak.
Oh, you speak. Okay.
Yeah, if we fight, we fight and we will fix things.
Okay.
on this communication things. Because if now I keep quiet, I will start to count. He did this today. Tomorrow he did that.
Oh yes.
He don't know that what I'm doing is wrong in your eyes.
Yes.
So
yes.
What I didn't want to address on social media is what can I say? It is nothing actually, because I address everything in communication.
Oh, yes.
If I have a problem with my partner, I go straight.
Yes.
I tell them, you know what, whatever you are doing is not good.
Yes, didn't sit well with me.
Yeah, it didn't sit well with me. You didn't have to explain, but you just know. You just have to know that this one is not good.
Yeah. And my wife is not comfortable with it.
Yeah,
because a lot of people are afraid of talking and communicating. Because I remember one time I had this client of mine, and she came to me saying, you know what, I want you to coach me because it seems like my life is falling apart. Then when we got deep into the heart of the matter, it turns out that even her marriage, her soon-to-be marriage, was falling apart because she was afraid of expressing herself. It had gotten to, it had gotten to a point where she was afraid to tell the future husband how she felt about certain things. You know, she felt like, you know what if I tell this guy how I really feel about certain things and he no longer wants to be with me, or he changes his mind and he no longer wants to marry me. And it got so bad in some ways that she never even communicated anything when it came to having sex. You know, when they were having sex, when she wasn't happy in the bedroom, she never said anything. She kept on faking and pretending, and things got so bad until both of them started to seek extra partners outside. Then she tells me that, you know what, my biggest mistake was that I never wanted to talk about it. And she said that what made her that way was that when she communicated, when she tried to communicate, the guy reacted badly to that conversation and
the situation.
Yes, and from that point onwards, she never wanted to express herself. Yeah. So, did you ever find yourself in that situation where maybe there was something that you wanted to say, a dream that you wanted to achieve, but because of maybe a challenge that happened along the way, then you ended up maybe giving up on that dream or stop pursuing that thing that you wanted to pursue?
Because sometimes we take decisions because we respect our partners. If you do something wrong, and sometimes it's about as a woman, because I don't want to lose a marriage, I don't want to lose a relationship.
Yes.
So that one will end very bad. Because I am pretending to be someone else that I'm not. If I'm not happy, then get she is something else.
Something else.
Then I have been in this situation whereby, when we got married into different families, they treat us bad sometimes. They don't love you. And you cannot address that or before your husband do. Your mother do this and do this. At first I was not speaking. So I was always angry. I even get angry at him. And he don't even know what is happening.
What's happening? Yes.
I just that was it damaged.
Wow.
A lot of things. So I have learned that I have to speak. I just have to speak out. Because they don't know anything. Then I learned as I was growing up, because mentality, when you are in a marriage, you grow up. Even if you are young,
you grow up, you mature.
You mature very fast. Then even her, if she's doing something wrong to me, I would confront her. Like, give me respect, but this one, I don't like this.
I don't like it.
I don't like this because it offends me and it hurts me. So when you do this, I'm not happy. If
we will sort it out.
We will sort it out at the end of the day. You know. That is what happened to me when I firstly got into a marriage. I couldn't speak out. But when time goes, as I was growing, I knew this is wrong. Even me, I'm doing wrong. We cannot pretend to be happy in front of the husband. When he's not here, they treat me otherwise. No. You just have to solve this thing out.
Wow, that's very powerful. So now let's take a U-turn. Now let's say maybe you were cooking for us. Let's say maybe we had every ingredient. We had it here. What would you cook for us?
What I have on my mind, and I had this for a very long time. I'm craving to eat. Okay, this is not about me. Okay, I would prepare you home baked buns.
A home baked bun. Okay.
buns with a bistro or an oxtail.
Wow.
And butternut.
Wow.
Coleslaw.
Okay.
And a cream spinach.
Wow.
Yeah, you know that plate is one of my favorite plate.
Okay.
Even if I don't do buns, I will do a creamy samp.
Okay.
That is my favorite dishes.
Huh.
Yes.
What makes it your favorite though? Is it tied to a certain memory in your childhood? Maybe someone at home loved cooking it, or
no? They are tasty. You know,
Okay.
this menu is very tasty, and
Okay.
when you eat, you will feel like I need more.
Wow,
And it's very
okay.
challenging
Oh,
because
okay.
you won't just 2 minutes and
it's done.
it's
Yes,
done.
yes,
No,
yes, yes.
you have to take. But the buns,
yes.
you have to, you.
Yes.
When they speak, you say juice there, the flour.
Yes.
For it to be soft
Yes.
and tasty, you
Yeah.
have to marinate the meat. You have to, you have to come up with your style
Yes.
of how you do this creamy,
Oh,
how you want
yes.
it to be. That is what I need.
Okay, so which means that for someone who's saying I want to be a chef, it's not enough. You have to find your own identity or your own style as a chef.
Yes, you have to find it because some of plates they are beautiful when they are there, but when you taste,
It's a different story.
it's a different story.
Wow.
For us blacks especially. I cannot, many people, they don't like a raw meat,
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
it's the very healthiest meat ever.
But is it tasty though?
Very tasty. It has juice,
Huh.
it is juicy.
Wow.
It just depends on how you marinate it.
Okay.
The meat has to be matured
Okay.
enough to be eaten by somebody. So when they see this is blood, no, we
I'm
don't
not gonna
do.
eat that.
I'm not going there. This is, yeah.
Because that has been me,
Yeah.
Every time when someone says they are cooking, I would always say to them, no, I want my food well made.
Well done.
Yes.
Like,
So I was really, damn it. Okay, so then it means I've been missing out, eh?
a lot, a lot,
okay.
a lot.
Huh.
If I want to prepare somebody a raw meat, I'll have to marinate it maybe for a month.
For a month?
Yeah, it has to be mature.
Okay.
Or even that person eat that meat, they will feel that juicy.
Wow.
That ingredient.
Yes.
You can say this is a black pepper. This is a coriander.
Wow. Yes.
This is If
Wow.
if you know how to cook, you
Yes.
will name them.
Okay.
You name these spices, the marinated meat.
Yes.
You can.
You can even differentiate.
Yeah.
Wow. No, next time when we've gotten to the second stage, because next time when you come here,
Yeah.
there will be a lot of videos and cameras everywhere.
Yes.
So we'll make sure that maybe let's have something to cook so that I can even imagine.
Then I can imagine, I can imagine that those top billing things, I can imagine that it is very nice.
That's
very nice. Yeah.
Okay. Then let's say, for example, this is a question I've been meaning to ask you. If you were given a chance to sing anywhere in the world with whoever it is that you would want to sing with, who would that person be?
What is his name again? I know him. I know Luda van Dras.
Oh,
Yeah, I really love that man.
You like that guy?
I love his music. If they would say this is a chance to collaborate with him, I will go there running.
You would do it.
I will do it.
And what's your favorite song?
Dance with my father.
Ooh, dance is that's a classic. That's a classic.
Yeah, that is the kind of music that I'm playing and I'm listening to.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Oh, wow, this is very amazing. This is very amazing. I've never had so much fun in a podcast. Because a lot of people get too serious when they get to a podcast, and they'll be like, no, I'm not gonna share these things about my life. and they'll be like this.
Yeah, you know, if you cannot share anything about that, no matter is in past or what, you just have to be free so that people, they can be free with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's get to a song. Now, if you were given a chance, to sing a song, let's say maybe 3 to 5 minutes.
Oh.
If you were to sing a song, for me, what would that song be?
Choose any genre.
Let's do it. Okay, let's go 2 minutes. 2 minutes your favorite genre, and then 2 minutes gospel.
Okay, I'll start with gospel.
Okay.
So you want me to sing?
Any song, any of your favorite songs.
La patleli kona gunesimanga ebukholweni bakhe gunenjabulo igama lakhe. I forget the lyrics.
Oh, but that was very beautiful, eh? That was very beautiful.
I forget the lyrics.
Okay, let me give you a song. Let me give you a song.
Yeah, please.
Let me give you a song. I don't know if you were okay. Tato ya how.
Okay.
Yes, that one. Or don't like that one.
I know that I never sang that song before.
Oh, you've never. Okay. Then
Never.
let's keep it. Okay, let's do this. Don't sing a song in Zulu. It can either be in your own language, or maybe in English, or a mix of both.
Okay, let me try this one. English.
Okay.
You go before me and you fight for me. You show me grace that I could never repay. You placed my feet on firm ground to stand. I am not shaken. I am secure.
Wow. Yeah, so if you are listening to this podcast, make sure that you get her album. She's got her own album. Make sure that you do get that album. And maybe, we'll just upload the links where they can watch the YouTube videos, everything there. Wow.
Yeah.
No, this is very powerful. You know, I've got this thing. I don't know if it's a disease or what should I call it. But I just love music.
Really?
But I don't do music. I mean, I used to play the keyboard, but what I realized about myself was that I love music. I love hearing music when others do it. But for me to invest the time in practice, the energy, it's not really my thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I would listen to music. And for me, gospel music has been, or maybe it's because I grew up in a church and going to church all the time. Maybe it's because I was around gospel singers and things like that.
Environment,
Yeah, but there's just something about gospel music that I like very much. Okay, so that was a gospel one. Then the any genre one that you would want to sing.
Okay. Share my life, take me for what I am. 'Cause I'll never change all my colors for you. I think you know that one.
Wow.
Take my love, I'll never ask for too much. 'Cause all that you are and everything that you do.
Wow.
I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside, I can run for myself. There's nowhere to hide.
Wow. This is so amazing. This is amazing.
Yeah, that is the music that I love with all my heart. I always listen to this kind of music.
Wow. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
I can even perform if I am seriously on that mood. I can perform. And okay, some guy was approached me about this. We have to come when I have gigs. You have to come and do covers. Yes, I'm willing to do that.
Okay. So we know that. Okay. So if you are listening to this podcast and you are hosting an event, if you want her to sing, we'll leave her contacts there so that you can book her. But make no mistake, hey, she's a professional singer. She's a professional chef. So don't contact her and say, "Can you come and speak? Can you come and sing for free in my event?" No.
No.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah. Because this is what I've seen. There was this one time. I'm with this young man and we were coming from an event. So while we were coming from an event, we were going to catch the taxis there at the Polokwane, the taxi rank, the Pick and Pay rank there. Then this guy says, "You know what? I just want to ask you this one question, my friend." I'm like, "Okay, go ahead." And he tells me that there's this friend of mine who is a pastor. This guy is a pastor of a church. This guy, he doesn't get paid. He only gets paid, I think at the time it was 2,000 rands. He says that the problem that I have, or the problem that my friend and I were fighting about, was that this guy, he's a pastor, he's managing a branch for this big church. And he gets paid 2,000 rands. He's always on the road, he's speaking in different provinces, but he doesn't get paid enough. But when a speaker comes maybe from somewhere else in South Africa or somewhere in Africa or even out from the international audience, the speaker would come and the church would pay that speaker upwards of maybe 70, 80 or even 90,000. But they are failing to pay him, this guy who was around. And the question that he was asking me was that, what should I do? What should I do when I'm constantly being taken advantage of? Because people tend to get to a point where they start taking advantage to say, you know what, Kego loves to sing so much.
She will come
and sing for free. No.
That is what happened. Not in the bad way, but I don't want to be under any church because those people, they will bring you down.
Yes.
Let me say, okay, first time they called me, they paid me, then I had interested. I was interested on their church. Okay. Then I decided, okay, let me just go and join. I will be a worshiper, a leading worship leader. I will do anything. When there is a concert, they will never recognize you. I am telling you, they will call other artists and forget that you are here. You are here. Even when they introduce them, I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying they have to introduce you anyway, but they have to appreciate your presence. Yes. We call every artist, they are there.
Yes.
Welcome this one.
And they forget about you.
What will happen? Are you going back there another Sunday?
You won't.
That is why Rona the artist because they recognize us.
Yes.
When they don't need us. It is very terrible.
You just reminded me of a situation. Me, I wasn't singing, but because me, I love music. There was this church that I used to go to when I was at school, and I would be the sound engineer. I would be making sure that the church is fine, the sound is connected, everything is perfect. Everyone would come and sing, the pastor would come and preach, everything will be perfect. So it went on, a couple of years went on by. Then there was this event. Now in this event, they were recognizing everyone from everywhere. But they never even said, we also want to thank AB for, they didn't even just say, we just want to thank AB
for being there
or anything like that.
Yeah, that is
but they were picking people who were near me. This person was seated with me. I was the one who was managing the sound, making sure that everything is audible. But they would acknowledge everyone, but not me.
Yeah, that is what is happening. to us that we're not artists.
And it's very bad. It's very bad. No, people need to respect.
You know, some guy he told me, you just have to do your own things. You know, if you are a celebrity, just do. They will call you. Don't go to them.
Okay.
You know, if you go to them,
that would be tough. That would be tough.
You know, that will be tough because at the end they will take advantage. You know, we know her.
Yeah, we don't have her. Ooh, and they won't even value you or the contributions that you are making.
Hey, that is what I'm doing. The one they ask me, what church are you under? I'm saying, no, I'm not.
You're not.
I'm not.
Yeah, the treatment that we are getting.
The treatment that we are getting as an artist.
Yes. Yeah, because it's something, this is very painful because...
Very painful.
Yeah.
Very.
I mean, people tend to think that because you are an artist, you don't have feelings. Or because maybe you are contributing or you love saving God, that, you don't have feelings. But they forget that we are also human beings.
Hey, it's like when you helped me to do a birthday party.
Yes.
You were there when we read the balloon.
Yes.
You were there when
Yes.
Then after the party, my speech, I thank people that just came.
Oh yeah.
What about you?
Yes.
What about you?
Yeah,
Next
that
time,
I also hate. Yeah, that I also hate.
Next time, will you be able to help me again? You won't.
Yeah. and people forget this. People forget this. Hey, I remember this one time we were in a wedding. No, it wasn't a wedding. It was at a church. I was speaking at this church in this one particular time. And there was awards being awarded in that particular conference. I think it was a youth conference or I just forgot what the conference was like about. But I spoke during the day, and in the evening it was an award ceremony. And I was there. I wanted to watch the awards, and I watched the awards. And when it was all said and done, there was this one guy that they never recognized. That guy was there. When I got to church, I found him there. He was cleaning. He was doing. He did everything to make sure that the conference was at its best. But when it was time to thank people, they thanked the speakers, they thanked the cooks, they thanked everyone but him. They gave people awards, but not him.
You know,
and that was so bad. I was even shocked myself. Like, come on, guys. I mean, Mfundis, I found this guy. When I got here, you were not here. These people that you are recognizing, they were not here, but this guy was here. He gave us hospitality. He did everything, but he's not even getting recognized. And it didn't surprise me when they told me that, after I asked maybe 6 months down the line when I was back at the church. At the time I was attending an event. They said, I was like, where's so and so? Then they were like, that guy left.
Yeah.
Then I knew and I realized that, okay, I know why he left. Yeah, because people take too much advantage of us to say that no, we are just saving God, but they forget that even in our saving God, we are still human beings. We've got feelings. We want to be recognized. We want to be acknowledged. We want to know that whatever contribution it is that we are making, it's being appreciated.
Yes, that is all we want.
Yes, that's all we want. And probably maybe the best people that we want this from, it's our parents. Yeah, because one thing that I learned, especially ever since I became a professional coach, what I learned is that the people that almost all of us want the approval of, it's from our parents. It doesn't matter if someone says I'm great. If I don't hear I am great from my mother or from my father,
it is never gonna be enough.
Yes, it never becomes enough. So do you have something along those lines that maybe you had, that maybe there was something that you wanted to hear from your mother, or something that you wanted to hear from someone you loved and you never got a chance to hear it? Wow. And how was that? How did it feel? Did they end up doing what you wanted them to do, or they never did?
Oh, you are asking?
Yeah.
No, I'm still on that topic. I'm thinking a lot about it. You were saying?
No, I was saying that, because most of us, you'll find that there's just something that you want to hear from your mother, or something that you want to hear from your father. Maybe it's, Kiro, you know what, my daughter, I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of the woman that you've become. Or, Kiro,
sorry.
Or you know what? I'm here as your parent or as your father or or maybe as a whatever. And looking at you, I just realized what a great woman you've become. And I want you to know, my daughter, if it's your father, I want you to know that I love you. Did you ever have something along those lines that you crave to hear from your parents or someone you loved and you never got to hear it?
My own mother. Kinali, this other woman, I'm calling her my mother.
Okay.
And my father. Family
Okay.
Yeah. So those ones, Papa, he would appreciate, I'm happy. I'm so happy, my daughter. He would, unbalanced,
yes.
and I would be happy. My own mother, even I know her now, but she cannot appreciate by speaking.
Yes,
she appreciate by actions.
Actions, yes.
If I'm gonna go YouTube, you'll see that this woman is happy.
Yes.
Like sometimes I'm put you just have to stand up.
Yes.
We know what happened.
Yes.
But this now is your time to stand up and strike back.
Yes,
whatever you had in music industry, I will see that like this thing I pulled back a bit. She just want to see me get a little bit like music.
Okay,
then the other mother will appreciate. If you are wrong, you are wrong. But if I do things right, she will appreciate and say, we are proud of you. Like this is good. If it's not good, no, it is not good.
Yes.
So that is what I receive, especially from my father.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I learned from my own parents. My father was a teacher, and what he liked doing, and what he thought was motivation. He would always compare me with other children that he taught. I mean, almost all of my life, I never heard my father say, "I am proud of you" or "I love you." But I always heard him say he's proud of someone. Maybe it was a student of his. He would say, "You know what? I love that young man, man. That young man became a doctor. That young man became an accountant. That young man became so and so and so and so and so." But for me, he would never say that. He would never say that he was proud of me or that he loved me. Then one day I was asking myself, where would he have learned how to love or how to tell his son that he loves his son or that he's proud of his son when his own father never did that to him?
Can tell him how to do as parent. If when I get home again, I just have to always, I love you. You will get used to that.
Yes.
Even if they are old, I can tell them that I love them.
Yes.
So if Rona, our parents, are to do those things.
Yes, they don't.
Our mama, when you cannot compliment this food.
Yes.
You just finish the plate and request more.
Yes. Yes.
Instead of saying, no, these food are very nice. But make a mistake. That is when you will hear hear complaints.
Yes.
Yeah. Now you can complain. Because this is bad.
Yes.
But
when
how great is this? You just continue like
yes.
So that is what they are doing. How another one? I appreciate you.
Yes.
I love you so much.
Yes.
They will know this one. He's angry today.
Yeah. Yeah.
No God did mala. Then they will never understand the person I am.
Yes, they never will. They never will. Yeah, and it's probably maybe something that when we coming out of our communities, our black communities, it's something that was never normal.
Yeah, it is not normal. You know what? You guys, I appreciate you.
Yes.
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 Like we will be like,
What's happening here?
What is happening today? Are we getting some bonus or what?
Yes.
But
yes.
if you know, I love you, baby girl. I love you, baby boy. They will get used. If you don't tell them anymore, they have authority to ask you, Mom,
what's happening?
What is happening? What did I do?
Yes.
You don't tell me you love me anymore.
Yes.
You know, that is what. You know, I want. The time
yes.
I will always tell them to appreciate, to love.
Yes.
I will teach them how to do that.
Yes.
You have to appreciate someone else. You have to love them.
Yes.
So if you don't tell me that you love me, how will I know that you love me?
Yes, that will be difficult.
It will be difficult. And even on you, it will be difficult to say, I love you, because I want to play and then
what's happening here?
What is happening? Why are you dying or what? I will be shocked.
Yes,
I will be shocked if my mother tells me that, you know what, I love you. Now sometimes when she called me, when we are about to end the call, I'm saying, Mama, I love you, Kawarat. And she will be shy. She won't even say, Linda.
She won't. Yes.
Which I tell her, no, I love you. I want you to tell me that you love me too.
Also. Yes. Yeah, and it's something that we would like to hear, you know. Yeah, but as much as I think maybe it falls on us to make sure that our children don't grow up with that void. Because sometimes we find out when we got out of line, when we sought for love from boyfriends, when we sought from love from girlfriends, it was because maybe we didn't feel or we didn't hate enough at home. So we went to the boyfriends because they told us that they loved us, or the girlfriends.
So if you get that from home, no, it will be normal.
Yeah,
even if
normal,
someone, you know what, man. Like not in relationship, but I love your personality. I love the woman that you are. I will appreciate that. I love you so much. You know. So if I'm not used to that, I will be like, thank you. Thank you. I won't say I love you back.
Yes.
So okay. Like when I have these boys, I will tell them that I love you, boy. And he will be like, he is shy because he's not used to that.
Yes, they are not. Yes,
I'm sure he'll be saying like, what is he saying? What is she saying now? Yes. But if one more try someone, you know.
Yeah, they will definitely. Yeah, no. Okay. Now, in closing, if you were to give people advice, maybe whether it's career advice, whatever advice, what would be the advice that you would give them?
As a Christian,
okay,
I would advise everyone to love each other. You know,
yes,
and let us just learn to forgive each other.
Okay, wow.
Yes. So if I don't love, let me make an example. I'm coming to your place. I don't know your place. Then, Kizana with the attitude inside a taxi. Because attitude, I don't even greet people. I just get there.
Yes.
I won't be able to say sorry. Sorry, you didn't greet me. Say sorry.
Yes.
So you have to love each other, like with a smile. Hello guys, you know. If they don't give that back, God knows why they are doing that. So for me, I'm a very friendly person.
Yes.
And I really respect.
Okay.
Because I got no respect to a bag. If I don't respect you, how will I expect you to respect me back?
Yes.
So I give advice on the career side. Do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Don't do this because you want to see the really.
Yes.
Nga wana all the radio personality, radio presenter. Then I want to be. But that is not what I am.
Yes.
You know, you'll just have to continue with whatever you are doing. If maybe you are interested, do it sometimes.
Yes.
You know, that is what I can say to people. But First thing is love. Love and respect.
Love and respect others.
Yeah.
Wow. Then, what would you say is your definition of success, or how do you define success?
How do
you personally? Yes, you personally. What's your definition? Like, if I were to, let's say maybe we meet again, maybe after 20 or 30 years.
Yeah.
And you were telling me, let's say me, for example, maybe we are in our old age. Yeah. We meet somewhere, maybe we are or maybe we are paying. Yeah. Let's say maybe we are paying somewhere.
Let's not say paying, but in our early age.
Yeah, okay. Early
40s, early 50s.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and you were to tell me that you were successful or you are successful. What would be the things that you would have wanted to achieve that would make you feel successful?
Okay. Now, the way you live vision vision aga bophelo. Ke batla gore at my early 20s. Late 20s, not early 20s, because I'm in early 20s now.
Yes.
At my late 20s, at least I have a company and owning a small restaurant.
Okay.
At my late 20s, at my early 30s, I want to build a family.
Okay.
And again, late 40s, late 50s. Okay. Now I have a company who is running by my grandkids.
Wow. Now that's amazing. That's amazing.
I have a company who is run by my grandkids under my name.
Yes.
And my music career, as a legend, I want to be a doctor someday. Yes, Kiro was a legend. She is a legend in the music industry, helping some people to get through that.
Yes.
That is what. Yes. I will be a successful woman ever.
You define like I've reached the pinnacle of success. That's amazing.
That's amazing.
So where if someone is listening to this podcast, they wanna book you. They wanna maybe say, you know what? I love food. Where can they? How can they get hold of you? Maybe your social media.
On social media, I'm very active on Facebook.
Okay.
You can, Kiro SM Maname. That is, my email address is kiroshaku.maname@gmail.com.
Okay.
And these numbers are WhatsApp. Facebook and WhatsApp. We active good more on.
Oh, okay. No, let me take this moment to thank you, because thank you very much for investing this time and whatever it cost you, because I know that there are better places that you could have been, you could have been doing better things, but you said, you know what, let me go and be with this guy, let me go and sing for him. Let me go and laugh with him.
I
really do appreciate it.
Since in this interview, I never spoke Spady, and I always do. No, I know this language very much.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so make sure that you follow her on social media, support her work. She's got her own album. Make sure that when you click below where you will find the link, go and support her YouTube channel. Follow her, subscribe to her YouTube channel. On social media, follow her. Let's make sure that the value that she's given us, she's shared with us, she's opened up, and she's taught us valuable lessons. So let's make sure that we follow her and book her. If you are having an event, you are looking for a singer, make sure you hit her up and you book her. Don't tell her that you heard her from Ebenezer's podcast, you want her to speak for free. No, you don't want her to sing for free, you must pay her. She's a professional. Whether she's cooking or she's singing, make sure that you do pay her what she's worth. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Igniting Dreams Within podcast. I will see you next time.
Thank you.